All right, let's take a look at how we can format different HTML elements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete a majority of the content we've created this far. So starting just above this closing body tag, let's go ahead and delete all the way up to our very first header here. So we only have an H1 included in our body tags. And let's change this header to HTML formatting. And we'll go ahead and we'll change the title within our head section to HTML formatting as well. And I'll keep that all caps. So let's go ahead and below our H1, I want to just simply type text. So we're going to type "this is just text." Now notice there is no paragraph tag, there is no H1 tag. I just want to show you guys what this looks like. So below this, we'll hit enter twice, and I'm going to now type a P tag, and we'll write "this is a paragraph." And we're going ahead and we're just doing this just to see what specific items look like and how we can format different elements using different tags. So before we go ahead and view what this looks like, let's go ahead and take a look at our bold and our strong formatting. Now if we want to bold a word, and let's go ahead and we're going to put all of these inside P tags, and we're doing that because we need it to start on a new line. And I'll show you what it looks like if we don't. So let's go ahead and delete these P tags really quickly, and I'm just going to type B, and we use the B tag for bold, and we can write "this is bold text." Now similarly, we can also use a strong tag, and this does the exact same thing, and we'll write "this is strong text." All right, I'm just going to put a period here. So let's go ahead and live preview this and see what this looks like. And you'll notice what I'm talking about when I said we should put paragraph tags, because below our first paragraph, both of these lines, or both of these text fields, are on the same line, and we want them to be on their own individual line. So by default, a paragraph automatically is going to start the next tag or the next amount of content on a brand new line, and it's also going to skip a line. And we'll notice that "this is just text" is formatting the exact same as our paragraph is. That is how it works, but we will never ever just put text in. We'll always make sure that we've specified whether it's in a P tag or an H1 tag, or that it is within some sort of format. So let's go ahead and exit back out of here, and what we could do is we could go ahead and we could put these inside paragraphs so they're on each of their own lines. That is the bold text and the strong text. But something else we can do is if we click below our bold text here, we can add what's called a break tag. And what that does is it creates a line break at the end of the content. So after "this is bold text" finishes displaying, it's going to create a break, and then the strong text is going to start on a brand new line. But you'll notice that it doesn't have that same separation that a paragraph would. So let's just add a break tag, and these are going to be self-closing tags. So it will be BR close. Now we can also display our break tag with a space and a slash, and then close the tag. But throughout this course, we will be using break tags like this unless I decide otherwise. So let's go ahead and really quickly live preview this once again so we can see now that those two lines, "this is bold text" and "this is strong text," are now on their own separate lines, although they do not have the same spacing as our paragraph text does. Now let's exit out one more time, and let's go through some more formatting styles. So I'm going to, let's do a italic formatting, and we use simply I for this, and we can write "this is italic text." Similarly, we can use another tag which is called emphasize, or EM, and this is going to give us the same exact effect. So let's do "this is emphasized text." Now remember, these are going to be on two separate lines, so I'm going to add another break tag so we don't get these confused. And let's keep moving down. I'm going to create some space here. Let's look at some small formatting and marked formatting. So let's go ahead this time, and actually I'm going to go up one, and I'm going to create another break and hit enter. Let's create our small formatting. So I'm going to actually do an H1 tag, and I'm going to write, this is an example of A, and then within our A, or in between the next text, we're going to do another tag. So we can obviously put tags within tags. So we're going to use our small tag. And this is going to be our small text. And let's just write small. And on the outside of this, we can write text formatting. Now, let's go ahead and look at another example. I'm going to do another break tag. And this time we are going to do an example of what's called marked formatting, and essentially all that means is that it's highlighting the text. So I'm going to write, let's do another similar, we'll do an H1 tag, and we'll write, this is an example of A, and we'll do mark this time. And within that we're going to write marked, and then text formatting. Cool. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what these formats look like. There we go. So we can see our marked text here, and we can see we have a slightly smaller text, even though it's a bit difficult to tell because it's using the H1 formatting on the outside. But we'll also notice that we're missing a space here, so it needs a space after both of these. Let's go back into brackets really quickly and take a look at what's happening here. So after we close our small tag and our mark tag, and if we're going to embed our tags within other tags, we need to make sure that we're including a space after this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly. And let's talk about a few other different types of formatting we could use. We don't necessarily need to go over all of these right now, but we can also create deleted formatting, which is essentially going to create a deleted line. You'll see this a lot of times in blog posts where they may delete something that isn't necessarily factual, or they go back and check their facts and they don't want to necessarily change the text, but they do want to show that they've updated. We can also insert, and that's essentially going to use the INS tag, and what that's going to do is it's going to create an underline around the text that we're using. We can create subscripts and superscripts. So there's a bunch of different options we have when it comes to actually styling our text within HTML. But obviously a majority of the stuff that we do that's going to style things or make things look good is all going to come when we learn CSS. But it is important to know what we can and cannot do within HTML.